Thank you for the time. I really wasn't planning on saying anything today, but I'm running for office, so I can't pass up the opportunity to say something. So I hope the hair didn't go out of your sails when you said when they mentioned Deputy Chief from Ashland Police Department. So hang with me for a few. Give me some time. But anyway, just thank you for the opportunity. My name is Corey Falls. I'm running for Jackson County Sheriff. There's a couple things that really stand out to me when I decided to run for sheriff. It's a leadership position. This is about leadership for me, and I want to lead Jackson County into the future. And there's three things that are very important when it comes to running the Jackson County Sheriff's Office that I have significant difference about and I'd like to see done better. And first of all is there's a big concern with citizens with the federal government encroaching on individual rights. And whether it's gun rights, whether it's even medical marijuana and showing up and grabbing marijuana plants, what right does the federal government have to come in and do those kind of things? And there's a couple things with that. One is we need to have a sheriff that talks about those issues, because some of those issues we just don't know why these things happen. Why did the DEA come in and raid these medical marijuana plants? Nobody talks about that. Well, as a sheriff, I'm going to talk about that. And I'm pro-gun. You know, I don't think there should be any concern about the federal government coming in and taking anybody's guns. They need our help. They need local people's law enforcement help when they come in. And there's certain things that they won't get help from if I felt it imposed on our citizens' rights or was immoral or unethical. So that's something that I stand for. At the end of the day, I'm the county sheriff, and I'm responsible for the citizens that elect me. The federal government can come and go as they please. So I will be here. The second thing that really frustrates me is fiscal management with the sheriff's office. And we can do a much better job getting back to the basics of what we're in the business to do. We're in the business of fighting crime, putting people in jail. I mean, those are the duties of the sheriff. And we've gotten away from that. And we've gotten away with spending your guys' tax dollars on things that really don't go to the core functions of the sheriff's office. And I think, and you can ask for sheriff, he won't tell you, but we're spending a lot of money on interoperable things. Company called Future Concept. You can ask the sheriff, you know, what's his relationship with this major company in Southern California called Future Concepts that we're putting tons of money on. It's the number one priority, the sheriff said. It's the number one priority for his organization this year is implementing this system, and he won't tell anybody how much he's spending on it. To me, that's a problem. And we don't even know exactly everything it does. So I understand the concept of interoperability and working together with agencies and collaboration, but this should be a good thing. Let's talk about it. You know, how much are we spending? We're wasting a lot of money on these things. We're getting away from the core functions that the sheriff's office needs to do. So my website's up, CoreyFallsForSheriff.com. Take a look. I would appreciate anybody's support. I would appreciate talking to anybody afterwards or answering any questions. So thank you for the time today, and thank you. Oh.
Hey, Corey, I want to ask you, what was that program that Mike Winters is spending money on right now?
Yes, it's called the Antares system.
What is that, basically?
So the Antares system is an interoperable system for communications. It's the same company that did put the cameras in the locks in Shady Cove schools. It's all under the same company. And what it does is there's a company in Southern California called Future Concepts.
Right.
And they started Antares system as a software system. It's a software system to track cars, track equipment in a major disaster. You can track a bunch of different things. You can communicate up and down the West Coast. You can communicate in all different areas. There's some valuable things to it. It's a second generation from a system called LARCOP, which started in Southern California within the sheriff's office down there for huge counties to keep track of all their personnel. We're trying to implement it here in Jackson County. We don't even know if it works.
So it's a software system is what it is?
Yes.
So
surveillance software, is it not?
So if Winters wants to spend money on this, what about the three commissioners? Are they in agreement with the sheriff to spend the money, or they don't care, or what's their position on it?
I don't know. I'm hoping Colleen finds that out. I think here's what I think. here's what I think. I think the sheriff does what he wants.
Well, he does,
And I don't know if the commissioners know about this.
but they give money to spend too.
They give money to spend. And here's the thing, the sheriff, I think the commissioners are getting tired of the sheriff spending. That's why you saw last spring, they're trying to cut his budget.
Right.
The sheriff didn't dump his system. You give 60 deputies pink slips, and you're implementing the software system? Are you kidding me? I mean, that does not get deputies to your house faster.
True.
This software does not get deputies to your house faster. This does not, and the whole cameras and the surveillance, what you're saying in the schools is another issue. It doesn't get a cop with a gun there any faster.
Right.
Does Winter still have that $300,000 marijuana heat-seeking camera? He got that a couple years ago. It was a
FLIR camera?
it was a heat-seeking
With the
camera.
helicopter?
Yes,
It's a FLIR vault.
The sheriff's office has spent a lot of money on equipment.
I'm aware of that.
And they have a lot of money invested in equipment. They have a helicopter program. They have a lot of money that has gone into equipment. A lot of it has come on federal grants. A lot of it has come just from the sheriff saying, I'm interested in this, I like this, I have a construction background, I like toys, blah, blah, blah. We need people.
Do you think the sheriffs need more bodies on the street than he has
No,
right
I
now?
don't. No, I really don't.
Does he have any bodies on the street?
I think we have the bodies on the street to do the job. Where we need more bodies is the Jackson County Jail. We're running the jail in overtime. They budgeted, or in their budget presentation, they projected that they were going to force release over 5,000 people out of Jackson County Jail in 2013. Those are 5,000 criminals going back into our community because we can't staff the jail. We can't staff the jail because we're spending ungodly amounts of money on things that aren't our core function.
Well, they just increased the size of the jail about a year ago too.
They can't staff it.
They did just hire 6 deputies for the jail in
They're-
a staff meeting.
Yes, they're working on trying to staff it, but right now, most of the jail is covered on a lot of overtime, and they're working on trying to staff it.
Why can't you staff it? Not enough money to pay salaries or what?
Right. Yeah, they need more money.
Quick question, one of the neighbouring sheriffs is a member of an organisation called the Constitutional Sheriffs and Police Officers Association. That's something that personally would give me a lot of confidence in a candidate. It would give them an edge. Is that something that you've considered?
Something I haven't considered. I've looked into it. I've tried to educate myself more on the constitutional sheriffs. To me, I have to uphold the Constitution. I mean, I'm sworn to do that. So, to me, that's something I'm going to do anyway. In terms of the constitutional sheriffs, I'm more than willing to learn more about that or see what the difference is to what I believe. But I'm sworn to uphold the Constitution, and that's what I plan to do.